me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd.
What's going on? I'm Jason Peck with Navsports.com. Hope you're doing well today. I'm here with Riccobono from USA Baseball. He's the director of the 18U boys national team. How you doing, Rick?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
So we're just going to talk a little bit about baseball today. What age do you have to be to start playing? Is there any age limit on the upper end?
Sure. Well, I guess to start first on the upper end, no. One of the real, I don't want to say surprising, but adults are playing baseball well into their upper 60s and even sometimes their 70s. Adult senior leagues are very prevalent in the country right now. They take place everywhere, basically. And you've got a lot of grown men who just love the game, love playing ball, and not that they're playing in an ultra competitive environment, but they go out and compete and have a good time, and it's just a great activity for them to do. On the lower end of that, I think a lot of players start playing right around age 4 or 5. Traditionally, their first experience within the game has been t-ball.
Awesome. How many people in the U.S. roughly play baseball now?
The number right now is a little over 15 million. So.
Wow.
Very much still a major player within the amateur market. Obviously, you have Major League Baseball as well, and they're doing quite well.
Could you talk a little bit about the cost of equipment and any other costs associated with participating?
Sure. Yeah, and that's been one of the challenges of late. I think with especially now you've got the economic the hard times I think the whole world is dealing with. But to play baseball, all you really need is a glove. If you have a glove, you can play baseball. A lot of youth teams, a lot of younger teams will have one bat, and everybody shares the bat, and that tends to work on the youth level. That's fine. As players get older and they progress, often, as in a lot of other sports, the equipment gets a little more advanced and a little more specific to the individual. But really, to play ball, all you need is a glove, and as they get a little older, some spikes. So a glove can run anywhere from $40, well above that if you want it, but you can get a decent glove for $40. And maybe a pair of spikes for 30 or so, and you're off and you're playing ball.
Good deal. How does someone go about making a career about baseball?
It's a great question of how does that happen. I don't think it's any secret. It takes a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work, as it does really with any profession you're trying to aspire to. But it's such a competitive market just because there's not a lot of major league jobs out there. Where everybody looks at the premier player and says that's what I want to be when I grow up, and that's who I want to emulate and who I want to ultimately be as a professional. There's 15 million other people who have that dream, right. And there's only so many jobs. If in the big league there's 25-man rosters and 30 teams. That is not a lot of jobs. So what it really ultimately takes is a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work. And I think something that's very important for younger players is to set attainable goals. So, as a 13 or 14-year-old, while your goal might be, hey, I want to be a big league player, your immediate goal might be, I want to start on my varsity team. And there, from there, it might be, I want to aspire to a collegiate scholarship somewhere and play college ball. And the better players, as they continue to develop, certain doors begin to open up for them. But, there's no secret formula. It's just a lot of hard work and staying healthy and just loving the game, really.
For someone who maybe isn't cut out to be a player but still wants to be involved in the game of baseball, what kind of training courses or educational materials are there available if you want to coach or train other players? Sure.
Well, there's a number of coaches' education avenues that are available right now in the United States, and MLB is doing some work on stuff like this. USA Baseball is doing a little work right now. The best site that I've seen personally, and just me speaking of doing some of the research I've done, there's a website called coaches.videolibrary.com, and that's a very comprehensive site with drills, practice plans. They do a good job of helping coaches organize a practice and get the most out of their athletes.
What's the next step? What's the best way to get involved with USA Baseball?
With USA Baseball, as a coach or a player?
Well, let's say baseball as a whole. What if I want to learn more specifically about USA Baseball?
Sure.
Where should I go?
Well, USA Baseball, first of all, the best place you can go now is the web. So usabaseball.com. We've got all our information there. readily accessible in regards to our events, our teams, and everything else that we do as an organization.
Absolutely. Well, hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit about USA Baseball. Thanks, Rick, for your time.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Hey, take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd.